Michael, what do you think I'm like? Next question.
Ooh, you can dance.
Are you kidding me?
I can't really hear what Jeremy says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ear.
I don't like to use the term legend very often. Truth is, I do use it quite often, but this time it totally applies. Next question, Jeremy Roenick. Here we go. What's one thing you miss most about being in the locker room?
I miss dancing for my teammates before a game.
You can dance for me right now. I got no problem. All of Canada is watching you right now.
I'll do it. Dancing with the Stars. Watch out. I'm coming.
One viewer suggested we call your segment Yapper versus Yapper. What do you want to say to him?
Well, I am a yapper. I will continue to yap, but you know who's going to listen to me? You're going to listen to me. The guy who called me the yapper, because you will watch the show because you're going to love what I say.
Has anyone called you yet and said, please don't rip me on off the record?
Nobody's called me yet, but I'm sure after the show airs, I'll get a lot of calls tomorrow for sure.
Who should beware of that next time? Throw out a name, here you go. I'm looking for you.
Jordan Tutu. He knows I come after him all the time.
Give us a few words to sum up the NHLPA right now.
Well, I think it's tainted. It's got a black eye. I think the things that they've done has really taken the legitimacy out of it. So, unfortunately, it's a great organization that now has a black eye on it because of some of their dealings.
We've talked a lot today about headshots and dirty hits. What was the worst hit you ever took?
I took a lot of bad hits. I think one of the worst I ever took, though, is I did the same thing that Booth did. I came across the middle with my head down. I took a shot, and I got absolutely smoked by Jeff Courtnall. Hit me right in the head, knocked me out. I was in the hospital for 2 days. I don't remember much after that.
How about the Darian Hatcher hit? He crunched you, and that one's legendary.
Yeah, but that was gutless, chicken, cheap. And I didn't get knocked out. I just broke my jaw.
What was the worst hit you ever dished out?
I hit Kelly Kissio so hard in the old Cow Palace in San Jose. He came across the middle, and he took a shot, and I absolutely hit him so hard that he almost did a complete flip in the air. He landed straight on his head. And I remember Stu Grimson said to him as he was going off the ice, he said, "Hey, Kelly, somebody better tell you next time the Zamboni's on the ice."
November 15th is JR Night in Chicago. What are you looking most forward to about that?
I think just getting back in front of the Chicago fans and being on that ice again as a member of the Chicago Blackhawks and being able to thank the fans for all the great years that they supported me and for the great years that I had there. It really says something about your career and the way they feel about you. I'm really excited for it.
Quickly now, your first season in Philly was the year that the Flyers had finally traded Eric Lindros to New York. How often did his name come up in the dressing room?
Never. Never came up in the locker room one time. And I don't know why. I thought he was a great player, I guess. I don't know if he was very popular, I guess.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when I say Roman Cechmanek?
Roman Cechmanek. I say quitter, doesn't like playoffs, wants to go home to back to Czech and play for his home team. He doesn't want to play in the NHL.
Why does San Jose struggle in the playoffs year after year in one line?
Competitiveness. Got to get more grit.
Now that you're an official broadcaster with us, whose style are you going to pattern yourself more after? Ryan Seacrest or Gino Reda?
Geez, that's pretty good. I don't think I want to be known as a Ryan Seacrest, as good as he is. So I'm going to have to go out as Reda.
What's your favorite Jonas Brothers song?
I don't listen to the Jonas Brothers. I think they're brutal.
Quick World Series prediction, Phillies or Yanks?
I think the Phillies are going to win. It's going to be mayhem on the New Jersey Turnpike, I'll tell you that. That's going to be one hairy ride from Philly to New York and back. There's going to be a lot of road rage.
You know it's going to be a hairy ride? Hanging out with you for the rest of the hockey season. Ton of fun. Thanks for doing this. Talk to you in a couple weeks.
Yes, I am. It's going to be fun. And guess what, Mr. Yapper? You are going to watch because you know what? You're going to want to see what I say. So deal with it.
Off the Record's next question is brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends, see it tonight. Michael Landsberg's clothing supplied by Got Style, Toronto's newest menswear store and spa.
Quote a famous line from one of the popular movies, Stripes.
Ooh.
Look out here, 2-on-1, Roenick shoots, he scores! Jeremy Roenick!
Reunited and it feels so good.
Banks it off the glass, and it's in the net! And
I'm so good. So good.